You did not find this message by accident. This moment was designed for you, and what you are about to hear could change everything. There are no coincidences in this journey, only divine timing. You have been led here because something within you is ready to awaken, to shift, to move in ways you never expected. The signs have been there all along, the whispers in your spirit, the moments of doubt that somehow turned into clarity, the strange feeling that you were meant for something greater. These were not just thoughts, they were signals. And now you stand at the edge of understanding, about to step into the truth that has been waiting for you. But before we continue, you must know one thing. Your silence will be your greatest weapon. You have been chosen for something far beyond the comprehension of those around you. Yet, too often, you have shared your vision, your dreams, your plans, only to be met with skepticism, doubt, and even jealousy. You have opened your heart to those who cannot see what you see, who cannot understand the magnitude of what is unfolding within you. And this has slowed you down, this has drained your energy, but no more. Now is the time to protect what is sacred, to guard your vision like a hidden treasure, to move in silence, allowing your actions to speak louder than words. Not everyone is meant to witness your transformation. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams, because what you are stepping into is powerful, and power does not beg for validation. It commands respect through undeniable presence. This is your awakening. This is your shift, and once you embrace it, nothing will ever be the same. You have felt it before, the weight of your words when shared with the wrong people. The energy shifts, the atmosphere changes, and suddenly, doubt creeps in where confidence once stood. You have spoken your dreams into the ears of those who were never meant to hold them, and in doing so, you have allowed their fear, their jealousy, their disbelief to intertwine with your destiny. But not anymore. God has been speaking to you, whispering a warning that you may have ignored for too long. Move in silence. Protect your purpose. Guard your vision, because not everyone around you is meant to witness the unfolding of your greatness. Some will try to discourage you, not because they truly doubt you, but because they fear what your success means for their own limitations. It is time to step away from those who do not believe, to remove yourself from conversations that drain you, from spaces that suffocate you. You owe no explanations, no justifications, no proof to anyone who refuses to see the fire within you. Your growth does not require their approval. Your journey is between you and the divine plan set before you. You must understand, powerful moves are made in silence. The most extraordinary transformations happen behind closed doors, away from the eyes of the world. The greatest victories are prepared in solitude, nurtured in secrecy, and revealed only when the time is right. Let them wonder, let them speculate, but give them nothing to grasp, nothing to tear down, nothing to hold against you. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. It is the mastery of your energy, the preservation of your purpose, the assurance that nothing will be tainted by unnecessary exposure. When you move in silence, you allow the universe to work in your favor, unbothered by outside interference. You walk in alignment with divine timing, ensuring that every step is protected, every opportunity is sacred. The world does not need to know your every move. It is not their journey to understand. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your success be the only proof they ever receive. This is the moment you decide. Will you continue to cast your pearls before those who cannot see their value? Or will you embrace the wisdom of silence and step fully into the power you were always meant to wield? The world is watching, but it does not see. It listens, but it does not hear. And in the midst of this blindness, you have been given sight. You have been entrusted with a vision so powerful that it could shake the very foundations of your existence. But that power must be guarded, nurtured, and protected. Too often we seek validation from those who do not understand the weight of our calling. We look for approval from people who cannot comprehend the magnitude of the mission placed upon our shoulders. But the truth is, not everyone is meant to see your journey. Not everyone is worthy of hearing your plans. Because when you expose too much too soon, you invite forces that work against your destiny. This is why God is calling you into silence, not as a punishment, but as preparation. The most powerful transformations happen in secrecy. Seeds take root beneath the soil before they ever break through the surface. The caterpillar undergoes its metamorphosis in the dark cocoon hidden from the world before emerging as something entirely new. And so must you. This is your season of unseen growth. Your time to withdraw from the noise, from the distractions, from the need to explain yourself. Let them wonder, let them question, let them doubt. It does not matter, because when your moment comes, the results will speak for themselves. You will not need to convince anyone of your transformation. They will see it, they will feel it, and they will know that something greater has taken place within you. So hold your silence close. Guard your dreams with unwavering resolve. Move with intention, speak with purpose, and watch as the path before you unfolds in ways you never imagined. This is your preparation. This is your protection. This is your power. You have come too far to allow the doubts of others to shake your foundation. The journey ahead is not for the weak, nor for those who seek the approval of the crowd. You have been chosen, set apart for something greater than the world can comprehend. And now it is time to move differently. Silence is not just a strategy, it is a form of power. It is the barrier that protects your vision from the destructive forces of doubt, envy, and misunderstanding. You have spent too much time explaining yourself, seeking validation where none was ever meant to be found. But now, you step into a new reality, one where your actions speak for themselves and where your presence alone commands recognition. The time for external confirmation is over. You must understand that not everyone will celebrate your elevation. Some will question it, some will resist it, and others will attempt to pull you back into the space you have already outgrown. But this is your moment to break free from the expectations of the world and fully embrace the destiny designed for you. No longer do you need to announce your every move. No longer do you need to defend your growth. The transformation that is unfolding within you is sacred, and not everyone deserves to witness it. Protect your energy, guard your dreams. Move with the wisdom of those who know that power is not in words, but in action. You were not meant to remain hidden, but you were meant to rise in a way that leaves no room for doubt. The world will know you by the impact you create, not by the explanations you provide. The shift has begun. The calling is clear. And now it is time to walk forward in unwavering silence, knowing that what is meant for you will recognize you when the moment arrives. There comes a moment in your journey when you realize that not everyone is meant to witness your transformation. The path you walk is sacred, and the dreams that have been planted within you are not meant for the ears of those who cannot comprehend them. This is where you must understand the power of restraint, of keeping your purpose shielded from those who would not nurture it. You have seen it before, how the wrong energy, the wrong words, or the wrong influences can shake even the strongest foundations. The people who question your motives, who plant doubt where there should be faith, who subtly diminish your aspirations with their disbelief. It is not always outright negativity. Sometimes it is a look, a sigh, an unspoken judgment that lingers in the air long after the conversation is over. These are the small but powerful forces that can slow your progress, weaken your resolve, and delay the very blessings that are waiting for you. But you are wiser now. You have learned that silence is not weakness, it is a shield. Moving in silence does not mean you lack confidence in your calling. It means you trust it so deeply that you do not need the validation of others. It means you understand that energy is precious and that every time you share your vision with someone who cannot grasp it, You are giving away a part of the power that fuels your destiny. God is watching how you handle what He has given you. He has placed something within you that is rare, something that is meant to grow and flourish under His guidance. But He also knows the dangers of exposing a seed too early, of bringing something delicate into an environment that is not yet ready to support it. That is why He is calling you to be careful, to move in wisdom, and to trust that those who are meant to be part of your journey will recognize your purpose without you having to explain it. The right people will see you. They will recognize your energy before you even speak a word. They will sense the shift happening within you and will either rise with you or quietly remove themselves. Do not fear the loss of those who cannot handle your growth. Do not chase after those who do not understand your purpose. Trust that every departure is making space for something greater, and every silent step forward is bringing you closer to the manifestation of what you were meant to be. So, let this be your commitment, to protect your purpose, to walk in quiet, confidence, and to trust that what is meant for you will never require you to explain yourself to those who cannot see. This is your moment. Move wisely, move boldly, and let your presence speak louder than words ever could. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is a force, a shield, a divine protection over what is being cultivated within you. The power of your silence is what will allow your transformation to take place without interference. It is in the unseen, in the hidden spaces, that the most profound growth occurs. Seeds do not sprout in the open, they take root in the darkness, beneath the soil, away from prying eyes. Likewise, your purpose, your evolution, your destiny, it is forming in the quiet spaces of your soul. You have witnessed the consequences of speaking too soon, of sharing too much with those who were never meant to carry the weight of your vision. You have felt the sting of doubt creeping into your spirit after a conversation that left you questioning yourself. That ends now. From this moment forward, you must understand that what is sacred must be protected. No longer will you hand your dreams over to those who do not have the capacity to nurture them. No longer will you allow outside noise to distort your inner knowing. This path requires discipline. Not everyone deserves access to your transformation, to the deep work being done within you. If they cannot see it on their own, if they cannot sense the shift within you without explanation, then they are not meant to be part of this phase of your journey. The chosen ones move differently. They do not seek validation. They do not beg for understanding. They walk in the knowing that their path is divinely orchestrated, and they trust that those meant to witness their rise will do so in due time. Your silence will cultivate your strength. It will deepen your faith. It will refine your focus. And when the time comes, when you emerge from this season of quiet preparation, the world will not need your words to understand what has happened. They will see it in your presence. They will feel it in your energy. And they will know, without a doubt, that you have stepped fully into the power that was always meant for you. So hold your vision close. Let it grow, untainted by the doubts and limitations of those who cannot see what you see. Move in silence, not in secrecy, but in wisdom. This is the way of the chosen. And when you rise, you will rise unstoppable. There will come a time when the silence you have embraced will feel heavier than ever. A moment where the world around you grows restless, demanding answers you are not yet ready to give. The energy shifts, and those who once dismissed you will suddenly grow curious. They will notice the changes, the way you move, the way you speak, the unshakable certainty in your presence. But even then, you must not waver. This is the test. The moment when doubt creeps in, whispering that you owe an explanation to those who never truly believed in you. But you do not. The path you walk is divine, and divine timing does not require validation from the masses. It requires unwavering faith in what has been placed within you. The world will not understand why you have chosen silence, why you have withdrawn from distractions, or why your energy no longer feeds their expectations. But that is not your burden to carry. Those who seek to understand will watch in silence, trying to decipher what has changed. Some will admire, some will resent, and some will desperately attempt to pull you back into the noise. But their reaction is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to protect the transformation that is unfolding within you. God does not reveal His greatest works in the presence of unbelief. He does not place His most sacred revelations in spaces tainted with doubt. And that is why He has called you into this season of separation, not to punish you, but to prepare you, to strengthen you, to elevate you beyond what the world has ever expected of you. The greatest shifts happen in solitude, when the noise of the world fades, and all that remains is the voice of God, guiding you toward what has always been yours. You were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to be set apart, so let them wonder, let them question, let them feel the weight of your absence. Because when the time comes for you to rise, it will not be with words. It will not be with explanations. It will be with undeniable power, with the force of destiny itself. And by then, the silence that once confused them will become the proof that you were always meant for something greater. There is a shift happening, a divine turning point that will change everything you thought you knew. You have walked through the fire, endured the trials, and faced the weight of doubt pressing against your spirit. But now, the waiting is over. The silence you have embraced has not been in vain. It has been your greatest preparation. And soon, the world will witness what God has been building within you. The ones who questioned you, who doubted your path, will be left with no choice but to acknowledge the power that now radiates from your being, not because you have explained yourself, not because you have sought their approval, but because the undeniable force of transformation cannot be ignored. You have been hidden for a reason. God has kept you in a place of quiet growth, refining you away from the eyes of the world. This has been your season of preparation, a sacred time where your spirit has been strengthened, your mind sharpened, and your purpose revealed. The distractions that once called your name no longer hold power over you. The opinions of others which once shaped your decisions have faded into irrelevance, and in their place there is clarity. This clarity is your weapon. It is the knowing that you no longer seek permission to walk in your calling. The hesitation that once held you back has been replaced with an unshakable confidence. And as you step forward, those who once underestimated you will see that you were never seeking validation. You were waiting for the right moment. But here is what you must understand. This is only the beginning. The silence was the foundation, but now the work truly begins. You are no longer who you used to be. You are no longer bound by the limitations placed upon you by others. What is coming next will require you to walk boldly, to move with intention, and to carry the wisdom gained from your season of solitude. Not everyone will be ready for what you are becoming. Some will cling to the version of you they once knew, refusing to accept that you have outgrown the space they tried to confine you in. But that is not your concern. Your only focus now is obedience to the calling, to the mission, to the divine purpose that has been set before you. What once seemed impossible is now within reach. The doors that were once closed will open effortlessly. The opportunities that once felt distant will align perfectly with your journey. And the very ones who doubted you will find themselves unable to deny the truth. They were never meant to understand your journey because it was never meant for them. Stand firm, move with certainty, and remember, the silence that once protected you is now the very thing that will make your presence impossible to ignore. The weight of this journey is not for the faint-hearted. Many are called, but few are chosen, and fewer still have the strength to endure the silence, to stand firm when the world demands explanations, to walk away from the comfort of validation. But you, chosen one, are not like the rest. The transformation happening within you is too great to be exposed to those who do not understand its significance. You are being elevated beyond the ordinary, beyond the predictable patterns of those who remain bound by their need for external approval. The path you walk is sacred, and because of that, you must carry it with the reverence it deserves. There will be moments when the weight of this calling feels unbearable, when the temptation to return to the familiar tugs at your soul. But returning is no longer an option. You have seen too much, grown too much, changed too much. The person you were can no longer exist in the space you once occupied. You have stepped beyond the threshold of who you used to be, and there is no going back. Some will say you have changed, and they will be right. But what they do not understand is that this change was inevitable. It was written into the fabric of your existence long before you became aware of it. Every moment of doubt, every trial, every instance of rejection, it was all part of the preparation. Do not mourn the loss of those who cannot walk this path with you. Do not cling to the relationships, the environments, the habits that once defined your reality. What is meant for you will remain. What no longer serves your highest purpose will fall away. And this is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. God has set you apart for a reason. He has called you into this moment of separation, not to isolate you, but to refine you, to strengthen you for what is to come. You are stepping into a season where only those who are aligned with your purpose can walk alongside you. This is not rejection, this is elevation. So do not grieve what is being removed. Do not second-guess the shifts happening in your life. You are not being abandoned, you are being prepared. What awaits you on the other side of this transformation is beyond anything you could have imagined. And when the time comes for you to step forward, there will be no doubt, no hesitation, no fear. The world will see, and they will understand. Not because you told them, but because the undeniable power of your transformation will speak for itself. You have walked through fire, endured trials that would have broken others, and still you rise. Not because it was easy, not because you had all the answers, but because something deep within you refused to give up. This is the essence of being chosen. The world may have doubted you, but God never did. Every tear, every moment of uncertainty, every betrayal, it was never in vain. It was all shaping you, molding you into the vessel you are meant to become. This process was not meant to be comfortable. It was meant to be transformative. And now you are stepping into the fullness of that transformation. Do not be distracted by those who still see you through the lens of your past. Their perception does not define you. You have outgrown the spaces they once kept you in. They may try to remind you of who you were, but they will not recognize who you have become. And that is exactly how it is meant to be. Elevation comes with separation. As you rise, not everyone will be able to follow. This is not your burden to carry. It is not your responsibility to convince them of your growth, to explain your evolution, or to wait for them to understand. What is meant for you will find you. What is not meant for you will fall away. God is calling you to step fully into your purpose. No more hesitation, no more playing small, no more shrinking yourself to fit into places that were never meant for you. This is your time to stand tall, to embrace the power within you, and to walk boldly into the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. Do not let fear hold you back. Fear is a liar, a thief that seeks to rob you of the very thing you were created for. You have already conquered too much to turn back now. You have already been prepared, equipped, and strengthened for this moment. All that is left is for you to step forward in faith. The world will witness what God is doing in your life, not because you seek their validation, but because your transformation will be undeniable. They will see it in the way you carry yourself, in the peace that radiates from you, in the abundance that follows your steps. And they will know it was always meant to be. Your time has come. The waiting is over. The preparation is complete. Now go forth and claim the life that has been waiting for you. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand apart. And now the world will see exactly why. You have arrived at the threshold of your divine purpose. The battles you have fought, the struggles you have endured, and the storms you have weathered have all led to this moment. There is no turning back. You have been refined by fire, strengthened through adversity, and now you are ready to walk into the life that was always destined for you. The world will not understand this transformation. They will question how you rose from the ashes, how you found light in the darkness, how you continued to move forward when everything was trying to hold you back. But they do not need to understand. What they see now is only the result of the unseen work God has been doing within you. You are no longer waiting for permission to be great. You are no longer seeking validation from those who could never see your worth. You are no longer bound by the expectations of a world that does not recognize the power that lies within you. You are free. Free to rise, free to lead, free to live in the fullness of your purpose. The old version of you no longer exists. The doubts that once plagued your mind, the insecurities that once held you back, the fears that once whispered lies to you, they have no place in this new season. You have stepped into a reality where faith overcomes fear, where purpose drowns out doubt, and where the impossible becomes inevitable. Your life will be a testament to the power of perseverance. They will look at you and see not just success, but a living example of divine transformation. They will see how God took what was meant to break you and turned it into the foundation upon which you now stand. They will see His glory in every step you take. Do not be afraid to shine. Do not be afraid to embrace the abundance, the love, the joy that is flowing into your life. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. This is the fulfillment of God's promise to you. He has declared that you are chosen, and now the world will bear witness to that truth. You are stepping into a life where peace is your portion, where favor follows you, and where every door that was once closed swings open in your favor. You will lack nothing. You will fear nothing. You will doubt nothing. Because you are no longer just surviving, you are thriving. The journey has not been easy, but it has been worth it. And now the time has come to claim everything that has been waiting for you. Stand tall, walk boldly, and step fully into your destiny. The world is watching, and now they will see exactly what it means to be chosen.